Welcome to Super Chevy Brothers Podcast. This is your host, Chavar, joined by your other host, Chaval. What are you doing for your birthday, Biko?
Nothing. Why'd you ask that? Nobody knows when my birthday is. Who cares? I'm not doing anything. I can't do anything.
Biko's birthday. Today is October 6th, the first week of October. There's supposed to be a costume happening. But...
Yeah, it was supposed to be a costume happening, and Shavar told me about 24 hours ago when I'm supposed to be on a 2-week quarantine because I went out of town to go do something. So, yeah, there are no costumes. And my birthday wish didn't come true. Trump got out of that hospital. He went straight to the White House. So,
that's pretty evil.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I understand the sentiment.
Yeah, no, I'm the evil one. 200,000 lives, but I'm the evil one. Yeah.
Yeah, hey, I heard those 200,000 people died from other causes.
Yeah. No. See, because what happens is they get COVID, and then it causes the other stuff to act up, and the other stuff kills them, not COVID. See, that's the truth. The media is not telling you because people are fucking idiots and don't know what things are.
What? But you have no plans for your birthday?
No, I can't do anything. What am I supposed to do?
I mean, you can do tons of stuff.
I don't have any plans. Nobody in my life planned anything. Nobody said anything. I mean, it's whatever.
I mean, it hasn't happened yet, so...
I mean, nobody's going to do anything. It's fine. It's okay. I like October. It should be fun. I'm just going to watch a bunch of horror movies all month and play video games. I mean, nobody's done anything for my birthday the past few years. I mean, Haley did something cool last year, but it's not that big of a deal.
Maybe you should drop some hints to old Hey Breezy.
What is she supposed to do? What is she supposed to do?
Something, bro.
How are we supposed to do anything?
What if she made you some SpaghettiOs or something?
Okay. Anyway, I'm not talking about my birthday. I don't want to talk about my birthday. All right. So it's October.
Everybody give Biko birthday shout outs this week. Right?
It's October. I'm playing spooky games all month. I'm trying to get back to some weirder stuff I'm playing. What?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
When did spooky become a thing people like to say? I mean, spooky's always been a word, but now people are like, time to play spooky games.
It's never been a non-popular thing. Why is every time something becomes something to you, it's a new thing? People, since I've been alive, people have always used the word spooky. I never thought that people.
No, I didn't say people haven't used. I didn't say spooky was a new word that got pulled out of someone's hole. I said spooky in the past 3 to 5 years has been a really popular word.
Man, I'm tired of people saying that crazy stuff happened since 2016. Racism just existed, and slang became a thing, and people don't use words that they never used before. Shit wild to me. I don't agree. I feel like people have been using spooky since forever. People say spoopy. That's like a meme word, but people have said spooky since forever. I mean,
drop that on top of there.
I mean, but the spoopy's that's like a 2013, 2014. Nobody says spoopy anymore. It's not a thing. But no, I'm playing Resident Evil 4 on stream. Come check me out. Super Chevy Biko. We're gonna be doing that all month until we finish it. But yeah, I'm trying to get through that and Mortal Shell and a couple other things. Just trying to go back to some shit.
It'll take you to get through the old Resident Evil 4. See, that's the thing. Resident Evil 4, great game. I don't think it's as fun as... And I know people are gonna, pluck a hair for this one.
I like the vibe I like the vibe of 4 a lot better. I know what you're saying. Gameplay-wise, I feel like 5 and 6 improve upon a lot of things, especially because 6, you can walk and shoot at the same time. But, no, I don't know. I feel like 4, I never played 4 before, a few days ago, but I like 4's vibe a little more in terms of the horror shit and how dark and creepy it is.
Yeah, it is definitely more horror than 5 or 6.
Yeah, they try, but also it feels like an older Resident Evil 2 though, because it's got the really cheesy dialogue. It's got the really strange yes, this is scary, but also why does that guy look like that? There's so many little weird things. I don't remember what Leon has said so many dumb fucking things since we started this game a couple days ago. But yeah, no, I agree. 5 and 6 are better games. gameplay wise. Well, no, Leon was like, "Oh wow, all the water's here dirty, and they drink and eat food just like us because they're in Spain." He's like, "What? They eat
Well,
and drink food?"
To be fair,
What are you gonna say?
I mean, it was made by
I
Japanese people.
knew it. You were gonna say that shit. God damn it!
I mean, it is. You know
Oh
how many Japanese
man.
people say? You know how many times I've been asked, "Oh, you eat rice in your country? Do y'all like rice?
Yeah, I remember
What?
being asked that. People
You
asked me
guys
that
have
before.
soy sauce?"
I think one time I went out to eat with somebody in Japan, and they were like, have you had rice before?" And I was like, "Yeah, everybody eats rice." And they were like, "Oh, but you can't eat too much rice because rice." And they started telling me why I shouldn't eat fucking rice. Bitch, I'm in Japan.
Now
That's
that's
like half of
rare.
what y'all got
Somebody tell you why
here.
you shouldn't. Someone tell you how you shouldn't eat rice.
Yeah, the
That's rare.
Japanese person told me don't eat rice, and don't eat that much rice, and I was like, bro, I've eaten like 3 meals of rice with you today. Like,
Somebody asked me, this. Never mind. They ask a lot of stuff, but hey, it makes sense that Leon would think other countries' peoples don't eat because he's made by a Japanese. I mean, Leon's American,
Leon's
but
American. He looks like he's in a boy band. He has the Karen haircut. Real
don't
nice
you
guy.
wonder why? Like, there's one Japanese character in all of Resident Evil. Isn't that kind of
Who
strange?
is the Is Ada? Who? No, Ada Wong's Chinese,
Yeah.
right? Who's?
Well, her name's Wong, but she's Asian. I don't know if she's.
Yeah,
they're going, like,
Wong is a Chinese. I'm pretty sure Wong is like a Chinese name.
yeah, I'm sure it is too, but I wouldn't be surprised if she was like quarter Japanese, quarter Chinese, half white person.
That's hilarious. We got to the part where Ada already kind of showed up. I'm excited because I know after we beat the game, I'm going to be able to do mercenaries and do the Ada Wong story mode and all that stuff. But game's really good. The controls are still shitty. I feel like I said, I feel like 6 was the first one to get it right with letting me fucking walk and shoot at the same time. But I will say people do dumb down how much 4 is more actiony. Like they give you like a fucking shotgun
No,
pretty
4 is
fast,
so
and you
action. I don't know how people are like too much action in 5 and 6. I mean, there's a lot of action.
4 is
Those
very
games are
actiony.
essentially. But 4 has a lot of action too.
No, that one has like
4. I think
it has like like the quick prompts, like like the what are the things people hate, the quick time events. Yeah, it has quick time events. Nigga be jumping off every time he jumps off of something. There's a little flip and like lands like a superhero. It's ridiculous.
well, it's just like I don't know. I think Resident Evil 4 was scary at the time. I mean, there are some, especially the beginning when all these people are coming after you, and
Yeah,
it's a new thing. Resident Evils usually aren't like that. They aren't as like. It's kind of just an onslaught on like keep people like
yeah.
coming after.
It's a
Usually
lot
you
of
have,
enemies.
like,
Yeah,
maximum 5 zombies and a frog dude or something. But that's a little scary. But I think it's scary because it's the first one. Once you get to 5. It's like I know what's I know what is coming up, but I think 5 and 6 are more fun because it's
yeah.
multiplayer. Period. I mean, 4 is probably the better game, I guess, but
Eh.
I like the mechanics in 5 and 6 better. I think it's more fun with co-op. I think the guns are more fun.
I feel like 5's the best one out of those 3 because it goes for the horror stuff. It just gets increasingly more ridiculous as it like 5 starts out like, oh okay, this is still horror. Then the guy with the big axe comes out. You're like, okay, we're still there. And I think about 3 or 4 chapters in, it just starts getting fucking stupid. So I still think that's the best one out of 4, 5, and 6. But 6, I didn't play 6 enough. I know we played through a couple of the campaigns, but I don't
beat the whole
know.
thing 3 times.
I don't know, man. 6, I don't know.
9 times.
Have you played 2 or 3, the remakes, at all? I think we have 2.
No, I haven't played them. I mean, I think I played 2 for like the demo.
The demo, yeah, I played the demo. I haven't played the actual full game yet, but no, that's what I'm doing this month. But I'm just playing Resident Evil 4, playing Mortal Shell. I realized how bad I was at Mortal Shell before I took a break because I found all of the shells and beat 2 bosses within like 2.5 hours after I started playing it again. So About halfway done
Well,
with it.
here's the thing: you're not playing with the two more hands.
Huh?
You're playing alone this time, right?
Yeah, no, but I've been playing alone. No. Okay, I know the last time I played on stream was a while ago. I played it in between stream. Like, I started my own game and stuff. So, I stopped for a while because I was playing Tsushima, trying to finish that up. And I was finishing something else up. I forgot what else I was starting. And I was streaming a lot of other stuff. But that's why I went back to it. It gets a lot better, especially when you get the fucking shell that has way too much health. And then you can get him upgrades that give him more health. And then he gets powerful every time you kill somebody. So, like, you can just go, like, storm entire, like, dungeons with the strongest weapon in the game. So that's what I'm doing right now, because it's great. No, that game's fun, though. If you're looking for anything that's, like, you're missing that Souls game itch and you can't wait for Demon Souls remake to come out, you can't afford a PS5, I would get on that. But, yeah,
What
no.
about,
yeah. What?
I forgot what about tonight. What about your Avengers game? What happened?
Oh, yeah, I was playing last night, and I got to the part where you get Tony, he's living in his little van or whatever, you fight the people, and you go back to the Avengers headquarters. So you're there, and I'm fixing stuff up, and then it's like, go to the war table. I go to the war table, and I can't do anything. And I like can't do anything. Like, I quit. I did a checkpoint thing. I'm gonna try it again tonight after the podcast. I'm gonna see if I can.
You go to the war. Like, what do you mean you can't?
Like, straight up, Jarvis says like, go to the war table, and then when I try to like press up to say where the objective is, there's nothing there anymore, and it doesn't even tell me where to go anymore. And then I go to the war table. I can't even interact with the war table. And I looked it up online, and people have had this problem at random missions in the game, and they've had to delete their saves and go back and redo stuff. And I'm with the PS5 so close to releasing, with all these other games I want to play, I'm really trying to think, do I care enough? If I have to delete my save for this game, do I care enough to actually go to the beginning of the campaign, or am I just going to jump straight into Avengers Initiative and just start playing shit? Because
you can't do that, though.
Oh my god, that's so annoying.
You'll be way under leveled if you do. I mean, you can, but you'll be way under leveled.
It's so fucking stupid.
When you're in the war table, can you actually go to the helicarrier? Is the helicarrier there?
No, like Shavar, I'm in the helicarrier and I can't go to the war table.
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. When you click the war table and it opens up, can you go to the helicarrier?
I cannot click the war carrier. I'm gonna say that one more time. I cannot click the war table. I cannot access the war table. I just said that already. You asked me when I click on the war table. I cannot click on the war table. I can't.
Well, that's what I asked you before. If you can press the button, and you said yeah. So
no, I can't press the button. There's no button to press. It doesn't even give me the option. The war table's like off limits. It's not. The screens aren't even out. And I can't even talk to Kamala because she's glitched or something. So I don't know what's going on.
Hold on. You just got back to the helicarrier.
Yeah.
Did you do like a puzzle?
What puzzle? What?
Okay, you. I don't think you can do the next. You have to go in and you gotta. Iron Man sticks his little prong into a wall. Did you do that?
Yeah, I did all that. There was no puzzle involved. That's what I'm saying. There's no puzzle. I did all that already. There's no puzzle in there. He just does a bunch of stuff, comes back. We're wasting podcaster time. I already told you what the situation was. Jarvis told me to go to the war table, and I can't access the war table. Are you Microsoft troubleshooting? Because you're asking me every question except for what my problem is.
I mean, you told me the problem. Why would I ask you?
Yeah, and then you're like, so what does it say when you go to the war table? I can't. That's like saying, I can't turn on my computer. Okay, so what happens when you turn on the computer? Bitch, I can't turn on the computer.
I mean, I did ask you other questions, but that's fine.
Anyway, I mean, I don't know. Avengers is cool, but if I can't, I'm not gonna lie. I decided this already. If I have to delete my save, I'm not playing this game for like another month. I'm not touching it. I'm just waiting for my PS5 to come out, and I'll play it on that. Like, I don't have the patience to. I'm at the point where I don't have the patience to replay parts of a game where that's not like part of the game, is replaying like sections of it. Like, it was not like Dark Souls, like, oh, I died, I have to replay this section. It was literally the game fucking glitched and I can't play because the game glitched. And from what I saw people on Reddit say, I could potentially fix the glitch and then run into the glitch multiple times after fixing the glitch. Yeah, no. And this is post-patch. This is after all the patches we talked about before. No, I'm good. If that's the case, I'll see Avengers on PS5 because I have Tsushima New Game Plus coming out. Fall Guys Season 2 starts this Thursday. Genshin Impact just came out, which is really good. I want to beat Mortal Shell without having a shell. I still got to beat all those fucking Mario games. Like, I do not have the patience if Avengers decides not to work anymore. Like, I hate... Because the last time this happened to me on 360, I lost all of my saves to a video game. And I will never forget how much time I lost from that. So and I didn't go back to any of those games. I lost saves for like 20 games. Never went back to any of them. Or at least 20 games from the 360 I never beat. Shit's fucked up, man. So yeah, if you run into that problem in Avengers, let us know. I've apparently a lot of people have run into this problem from what I researched last night. So
I mean, I would try to help you fix it, but you don't like nobody's help. So.
Well, no, Shavar's the kind of person who will fix something when I tell him what the problem was, and then he won't like actually help me fix it. The other day, for instance, told him, "Hey, my PlayStation's not connecting because it's just not connecting to the Wi-Fi. It'll fix itself tomorrow." And then Shavar said, "Okay, well, let me walk you through the process to fix it." Even though I told him, "Oh my God, you can't fix it. It will work tomorrow." And sure enough, I woke up in the morning, turned that bitch on in the morning, and
anybody, it was fine. Okay, hold on. Now, listen what was just said.
Shavar didn't fix it, and all the steps he told me to fix it, none of them worked. And as I told him, my internet is strange, and sometimes it boots stuff off, and it'll bring it back. And I told him that multiple times, and he kept trying to tell me, "Hey, this is what you gotta do," because I know the situation. And I told him, "No, dude, this happens all the time. We have a Fire Stick that works half the week, and half the week it doesn't. It happens."
So you think the best thing to do is just to live with it and let it go?
Yeah, Shavar. So I've been living in this house for 9 fucking months before I told you about any of these problems. You think I haven't tried to fix them before I told you about them?
Okay, but maybe someone knows how to fix it. And
right. So Shavar walked me through what the equivalent of a PlayStation, you know what Microsoft's like troubleshoot menu is? That's the equivalent of what Shavar was doing with me and my PlayStation. He was telling me to do what the PlayStation was telling me to do. So I don't know what he was trying to help me accomplish because what he told me did not help. I walked through all the steps with him for 30 minutes until he eventually figured out that I was like, "Hey, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work." And then I woke up the next day and I played Call of Duty online, and it was great because I knew it was gonna work the next day.
You're right. And why did it work the next day?
No idea. Our Wi-Fi gets bounced off of this weird connection out where we live, and sometimes it knocks stuff off as a result of that. Happens to everybody on the property. It's just a weird thing that happens. I can't do anything about it from where I am. I can't, and I told you that before. So I'm sorry that you think you're Mr. Know-It-All, but I have a weird internet system that you can't do anything to fix.
All I gotta say is really hard to help people when you say, "Hey, click this and tell me what it says," and their reaction is, "Oh, I already did that." Because
I did. I already fucking did it. Shavar walked me through something I had done 3 times before I called him. And I didn't even call him to tell him about that. I called him to tell him I wasn't going to be able to get online and play games. And he's like, whoa. Let me fix that for you, dumbass. You don't know how the internet works. And then 30 minutes later, we're not
someone
fixed.
Trying to help you is insulting you. That's not what was happening.
No, I'm totally not making a joke because we're recording a podcast or anything, Mr. Sad Face. But yeah, no. Well, so long story short. If Shavar, if anybody tries to,
don't help Biko.
If you also have experienced people talking over you to explain to things that you already explained to them, you know how it works, and that their method isn't going to work, email us at superchevybros@gmail.com so I can show Shavar. Sometimes you just gotta shut the fuck up when people are like, "Hey, this isn't going to work." Thanks though, especially when you're not in the same room as them and you're 4 hours away in a different house. Does that make sense? No?
Hey, I learned my lesson. Okay.
All right. So, I also been playing Genshin Impact. That's been cool. It was a lot of people kind of marked it off as a Zelda clone, well, Breath of the Wild clone, but it's not. It's for people who don't know, I think it's online only, but it's not technically online when you play it. You can play it single player.
It's online only.
It's online only because you can only play it when you're connected to the internet, but it's a free single player or multiplayer JRPG or RPG, really. Pretty good, great shit. I put like 3 or 4 hours into it so far. pretty great for a free game. If you're looking for something to play with, if you're afraid of free games going to too many microtransactions, yeah, it's microtransactions, but it's not like that. It's not a thing you'll use a lot. But think Breath of the Wild, but with some more interesting ideas thrown in there in terms of combat and dungeons and raids and stuff. It's really
beatable,
cool.
Or is it just like a mobile game you play forever?
No, it's beatable. It has like a whole story and everything. Like, but it's really long. Like, people haven't beat it yet because they're some people have beat it, but like people are co-oping stuff. They're going through raids. There's like a lot of exploring to do. I was surprised when I played it. I thought it was going to be kind of, clunky, but I heard people online saying it was good, and I was like, I'm not too sure about that. Then I played it yesterday for the first time, and I was pretty pleased with what I played. So I'm really looking forward to playing that more. But I would say if you're gonna start that game, just beware. It is like a full like RPG. Like, it's not like I'll pick this up and play it for 5 minutes. Like, it's one of those like, shit, I'm gonna play this for like 4 hours. But yeah, no. It's available on everything. I think it's on mobile. It's on mobile. It's on PS4. It's on PC. I think it's on Switch. I'm not sure. I'm playing on PS4. Yeah, no, it's not on Switch. But yeah, I'm playing on PS4.
Yeah, I might try it one day. I don't know.
Yeah,
I got so many things to do. Busy man.
I think PlayStation decided they didn't want to try this month for PS Plus because they want everybody to buy PS5. At least that's what angry people on Twitter were saying. So,
how? I mean, Vampire's a game that was reviewed okay, and Need for Speed. What do you mean? Where'd you get that from?
I was making I had already said angry people on Twitter. I think the games are fine. I was making a joke about other people. Vampire, from what I've seen, the combat system looks interesting. It's got a cool story. It borrows a little bit from Dark Souls, so I'm excited to play that. I downloaded it today. And Need for Speed Payback, I don't even remember that one coming out, so I don't know. I don't have anything to say about that one. Don't remember that.
I might have that. I'm not sure. Xbox has Yakuza, Kiwami 2, and 5 out.
Yeah. Yakuza is just going full Xbox. I don't know about that, man.
What? What are you?
They're going full Xbox. It comes out on Xbox first. The saves transfer from Xbox to Xbox, but they won't on PlayStation. And they even said future Yakuza games may be released on Xbox first. Like, it's weird.
Okay, well, here's the thing. It's called money. You give anyone money, they'll do that. 2, like, this is the first game. I can't think of another Yakuza game to have done that. So, I mean, it will.
Yeah, that's why I said they're going full Xbox. I didn't say they've been full Xbox. Yes, this is the first one.
The going thing, I don't really see that happening. I mean, I see one game.
Do you hear what the things are saying, and do you listen to them, or do you just most of the Yakuza games that have something to do with the one that's coming out, you can play them on Xbox through Game Pass right now. They're releasing it on Xbox first, months ahead of the PlayStation version. Saves transfer easier. Yeah, that's a thing. Like, I didn't. Do I have to have 7 years of proof for it to happen? Like. I can say the same thing for Call of Duty. Call of Duty has given exclusive content to PlayStation for years. Like, I don't.
You're right. You got it, bro.
What are you gonna say?
Nah, it's okay.
What are you gonna say? What? Okay. Grown man.
Do you want me to fight with you?
No. You had something to say, and then you're doing the thing like, okay, I'm gonna say. All right, Ghost of Tsushima.
Round one. Fight!
Ghost of Tsushima has New Game Plus coming out, and Legends, which is the co-op mode, which will have raids, 2-player co-op version. There will be some missions that are meant for 3 players, and later on the raids are coming, which will have 4 people. So I
thought it was 4 players.
No, I actually read the article. So they're gonna have missions where you'll have 2-player story missions. There are 4-player survival missions, but the raids are the ones that are going to be 4-player. And most missions they say you can do with about 3 people is what they recommend. But the raids you're going to need 4 people. You'll access that either through the single player or you can just go through it straight from the main menu. So all this stuff is coming October 16th. And New Game Plus is coming out. There's going to be a new flower merchant. New dye merchant who takes a different kind of flower that's going to be only available in New Game Plus. You can make loadouts now in the new update, which is, fucking finally. Because that's the one thing about this game is I'm switching armor every fucking 5 seconds. And you'll also get new horse, there's going to be new trophies, and you get new charms so that you can strike people with lightning and light them on fire. So it looks pretty cool. I just platinumed this game, so I was looking forward to not playing it, but I think I'm going to be playing it again. So, yeah, thanks for making sure I don't play the rest of my game, Tsushima. Appreciate it.
I don't see where it says 3-player. Where does it say that?
It's in a different article. It's not the one I linked. It's the official PlayStation article that's linked within that article.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So, no, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I wonder what kind of trophies they'll have for New Game Plus, because I'm sure one of them just be beating the game again, or getting all the Sashimono banners. I wish they would add a trophy for that, because I almost did that, and I realized there was no trophy, and I stopped doing it. So, maybe give me a reason to do that.
Well, we'll see. They might. I mean, did they say what trophies they're adding?
No. How far are you in Tsushima? You're even close to finishing it yet?
Nah.
What act are you in?
I mean, here's the thing, and it's the same thing goes for any game, right? I could do it. I could run.
What act are you on?
2. I'm still on Act 2.
You still on Act? You've been on Act 2 for like 2 months. When you want talking shit about me not beating the game?
Yeah, but mine is by choice. Yours is by. This doesn't say 3 players only. It says you can team up with 3 other players.
3 other players.
Survival mission.
Well, that's not the one I read. Anyway,
I'm reading the blog post.
Yeah, that's not the one I read.
It's 4 players.
Yes. Okay.
4 players.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for it because I get to play with the boys. I get to chop it up.
You gonna play it with the boys? He ain't gonna finish Tsushima until October 16th, 2021.
Check it out. Look, if I wanted, I could wake up on Sunday morning, turn on GOT, and I don't mean Game of Thrones. I could turn that bad boy on, and I could smoke through it within the day.
No, you couldn't.
But I don't want to.
You could do it within the day, but then you would get very tired and exhausted of the game, especially if you're trying to beat everything in the game. Because there's a lot of side missions. There's so many fucking side missions in the game. So no, I don't believe you. You could beat. I'm sure you could beat the main story, and
yeah,
you could beat the main story in 3 hours. That doesn't mean anything to me. You can platinum it by the end of the day.
I could do it though.
You couldn't, because you won't.
I'll beat it.
By my name, Shavar will not beat this game before the PS5 comes out.
When's the PS5 out?
November 12th, November 13th, November 12th, or something like that. You're not gonna beat this game before.
What do I get if I beat and platinum this game before then?
Well, if you have a PS5, I'll get you something for the PS5, but you won't have one. So.
Okay, if I do or I don't, what will you get me?
I don't have to get you shit.
Okay,
you ain't my kid. What the fuck?
Name. Don't say by the whatever.
Okay, you fucking. So you're a child. You need a gift in order to take on challenges. You like to talk shit, and then when people challenge you, it's okay. You got to offer me a prize. Which one is it?
If you challenge me, there's got to be some reason for me to take the challenge. That's irrational.
Because you talk a lot of shit, and I want you to prove the shit you talk. You was talking mad shit about me not finishing this game a month and a half ago. I finished the game a week ago. Where you at? Still on Act 2. Still ain't got half the shit in the game. Still got stuff in the game I could spoil for you. That's sad, dog. Come on, dog. Don't be talking shit about me beating games no more, dog. Don't do that.
Hey, I've got no stick up my behind about beating the game and not beating the game. I'll get through it. I'll beat it.
Shred's never going to beat that fucking game. He's going to beat 3 Neo DLCs and then go beat Neo 1 more time before he beats that game.
I mean, if you don't want to put anything on it.
I ain't going to put shit on nothing. I ain't going to put nothing on nothing.
Anyway, I'm excited about the multiplayer. I'm excited about the new armor.
That's what Shavar's word. He said you got to pay me something.
New Game Plus, I'm not really sure what. Because here's the thing: if it doesn't get more difficult,
It
because I'm at the
does.
point
They already
where
said it gets more difficult.
okay, but how? Because there's already harder difficulties. So like, is there like a hard 2
Yes, that's
or
how a lot of
normal
game.
2?
Yes, it's like how Last of Us 2, when you do New Game Plus, the plus difficulty is harder than just the regular difficulty. It's harder.
Yeah, but isn't in uh, if I do a hard New Game Plus, isn't it just the same difficulty as the first
No,
hard
that's
mode?
literally what I just said. No, it is New Game Plus hard is different than first playthrough hard. They are in the blog post. It
Okay.
says that it is the harder difficulty.
Okay, so that'll be a good thing because then I'll go back to playing the brutal difficulty
Lethal's
and
easy. Anybody who says lethal is like a hard, lethal isn't hard. You just die in like 1 or 2
lethal
hits. There's nothing wrong.
gets easy. It doesn't start off easy. The first
Easy as
hours are
hell.
really hard. You started off with all your junk already.
I
Yeah.
start off with all my junk. You don't even know how far in the game it was.
How far in the game were you?
Oh,
When
I
you
don't want to
started
tell
the
you. It
game?
might spoil you. I was so far ahead, Mr. Act 2.
Oh, jeez, you're really that's really fun. Okay.
Round two. Fight.
Cyberpunk has officially gone gold. The game has been 20,000 years in the making, coming out 77 years later. Um, and people really excited. I'm still not super excited for the game. Maybe it's because the cyberpunk theme isn't like the coolest thing to me. I'm not against it, but it's not like super rad. Maybe it's because I don't know. It might be because everyone's so excited that I'm not that excited because I just don't
Hipster.
understand why everyone's so excited. Well, I just don't get it. People are like, "Oh, the shooting's gonna be so good." Like, how do you know? And then
Well,
people are gonna be like,
people like Cyberpunk, like the series that this is based on, and they like
but most people talking about this game they have no clue what.
yeah,
Any,
like what I was saying. Like I was saying, it's an intersection of things. People like the lore that it's from. People like what CD Projekt Red does with their games. They think it's gonna be good off the bat. I mean, yeah, people like shiny lights and shit. I mean, people like Deus Ex, and some people didn't even know there was a Deus Ex game before the one that came out on PS3 and 360 and shit. So I mean, you know, it's got a lot of appeal.
Well, I mean,
I'm not super
that's-
excited about it. I don't really care about that much personally.
it's just like it's. I don't know. I hope it's good because I feel like at some point they're gonna fall into the same trap that Bethesda has, or who makes the Dragon Age games? Who makes those?
I forget. I don't know. I forgot who that. Same people
Whoever
make
makes
Baldur's
those
Gate.
the RPG people, like it always happens where the nostalgia for whatever you've made before kills the game that you're making now. Like because even though the game you make now is actually
How'd that happen to
really
BioWare?
good, BioWare, Bethesda, all of them. I mean, they're plagued by the past. I mean, people talk about how amazing New Vegas is, but then like when you listen to the things they say about New Vegas, those things don't make like when they compare New Vegas to a 3 or a 4, like those things don't make sense when they're lined up next to each other. Same thing with all the BioWare stuff. Like a lot of people hated Mass Effect because of the way the story went. Well, not what's the Mass Effect that came out that was like epic
Andromeda.
trash.
Andromeda was
Andromeda.
bad.
That's different. That's a different thing. But like, people talk about how horrible Bioware is because of like it didn't like the ending to the story.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I hope it. I hope the game goes well. I mean, I'm gonna get it. I'll definitely get it on the PlayStation or Xbox or whatever. But I might get it on PC. But I'm waiting for my card to come. So once that happens, I
You're
can play it
waiting
on
for
this
this.
card. No problem.
Ain't
I
nobody.
don't know what it takes to play it at max settings. You probably need.
The max settings aren't that bad from what I heard. Like before
I saw the recommended settings.
yeah, they released all
Anyway,
that. It shouldn't be that bad.
um,
Um,
you've got a lot of stuff in here about the Xbox.
what about it?
Oh, sorry.
What are you talking about? You looking at the wrong thing, ain't you?
Yeah. So Jason Schreier fried it up and wrote an article about crunch at CD Projekt
Who
Red.
is Jason Schreier?
Huh?
Who is that? Our audience doesn't know who that is.
You can just say who it is.
He's a writer that Shavar didn't like. He used to work for Kotaku, I'm pretty sure.
I don't dislike him. I don't like the things he writes.
Yeah, I don't care for Jason Schreier. I feel like he's pretty. I don't know. A lot of these game journalist guys have a lot of big fucking heads for nothing because a lot of what they write isn't even that good. So.
Well, anyway, he wrote an article about how CD Projekt Red is doing crunch in the office after the studio promised that they wouldn't subject their employees to crunch, and people tend to be on one of two sides of this. Some people say, yeah, that's pretty shit because they promised it, and it seems like they promised it just for the publicity of, promising to do it or to not do it, rather. And then other people say crunch is expected in the industry. Jason Schreier has just got his unionizing liberal commie agenda that he's trying to fulfill.
I don't know why people. Listen, I don't have a problem with the article he wrote. I just like people's responses to it. They're like, "Well, it happens," and it's like, okay, so how is that a response to the article he wrote? Like, I don't know. I feel like it doesn't add to the point that he wrote an article about crunch. Crunch sucks. I think crunch sucks, and I feel like that's not like a controversial opinion or anything. But like, it's like, I don't know. A lot of responses I saw were like, well, that's just the gaming industry, so what are you talking about, Jason? Which I feel like is a lot of like stupid shit because gamers are weird. They're like, please crunch yourselves to death so I can get my game. But I don't know. I saw people talking shit about this. I saw a guy who was sponsored by Cyberpunk 2077 arguing with the guy about it, and it was just funny. He's like, dude, they paid you. Why are you... I don't believe anything you say. Like, get out of here.
Well, okay, so a few things there. I think gamers, just like any other ERS, right? People are really bad at articulating what they do think. And then if you want to go even further than that, some people are bad at just plain thinking. I do think that it's not a big deal that there's crunch, but I don't put it up to just like the industry has crunch, so crunch okay. I mean, any industry that has deadlines, like big deadlines, has some form of crunch. And that crunch can be at the end of the process, like what's happening here with Cyberpunk. It's probably a day one patch, right? The crunch can be in the middle of the process. I mean, if you work at any industry, any kind of thing where there are deadlines that thousands or even just hundreds or even just dozens up with crunch, I mean, it happens. I think it's expected. I think you could make an argument as to how much crunch and when it's needed and when you should push dates back. But they've already pushed dates back. They've already made concessions to have certain things done at certain times and release windows changed and all that stuff. I think crunch being crunch is not bad. Now, if you want to say they promised it and they didn't do it, well, I think they shouldn't have promised it. I think that's a bad business decision to promise.
It's stupid.
We're not going to have crunch. Because you can't foresee crunch. That's why you make deadlines for what you can foresee, and then you crunch because there are things that can't be foreseen. But I don't like, on the other hand, I don't like that people are acting like these workers who have their dream job. I mean, there are a few jobs where you work those jobs and they're your dream job. I doubt anyone works there in the game studio like, oh, it's just where I ended up. Like
Yeah.
they wanted to be there,
Right.
and
Yeah.
they own parts of the company. They own 10%. So if this game makes five, I think it was some estimate is they're each gonna go home at the end of the year with $50,000 extra dollars in bonus. Like, I mean, I think they'll be fine if we're talking about being compensated or working it out.
Yeah.
And then we don't know what crunch means there. We
Yeah.
don't know if crunch means. I mean, what did Jason try to say? 6 days a week, 10 hours, or something like that.
Something like that.
Look, I work 7 days a week. I put in 78 hours a week of work.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I
And
don't
you
even
like that, and you like
job.
that, don't you? Yeah. Hmm.
I don't even like. Look, bro, I don't even like my. I don't even like my job. All right, and I'm putting in
Bro, he said,
78 hours.
this nigga said, if I gotta do it, y'all gotta do it.
No, I'm not saying if I gotta do it, y'all gotta do it. But sometimes it has to happen, and whatever they're working, it's not like I doubt it's some tremendously stressful amount, and it's not for. Well, how long is it? Like a month, maybe.
I mean,
2 weeks.
I'm not gonna sit there and say what should and shouldn't be easy for people to work. So I'm gonna chill on that. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like crunch. Here's the thing about crunch. Like you said, it happens sometimes. It's about the frequency, and it's about, are you taking care of your people during that time, and is this something that you are literally like basically forcing this to happen when it happens? I mean, I don't think anybody should be working more than X amount of hours a week. I feel like that's fucking stupid, especially if it's to live. So I mean, that's a whole separate thing though. But as far as the crunch for these guys, like, I feel like there's a difference between taking an aspect of the industry and exposing it and like trying to like let people know what this is, and then blowing something out of proportion without explaining what exactly crunch is, and then putting that in context with how they may be using crunch at a time like this. And I feel like Jason Schreier didn't do that. I feel like it was just they did crunch and they said they weren't going to, and I feel like that's just reactionary.
Well, I mean, but that's the report, right? He's just reporting and saying that. But I feel like, with his history of talking about crunch and all that stuff, he does kind of paint it in this, crunch is a bad thing, period, kind of thing. And I think that's just really not the
crunch bad. Not
the case, especially when these people are going to make a lot of money. It's a creative industry as well. It's not like you're just, I guess cogs in a machine is a thing, but it's also kind of your machine. I mean, that's their game.
Yeah.
I probably gave out like $3 million. Ain't my money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's very true. Different. So
it is different. I mean, we'll see if the game's good. I'm not a launch day Cyberpunk person, but we'll see. We'll see if it's
also Keanu Reeves is horrible in commercials. I tell you that.
Why do you say that?
What in Cyberpunk 2077? What makes you a criminal? Getting caught. Dun 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 dun. Billie Eilish song. Come on, man.
I haven't seen a single commercial, so I don't know.
No, I've seen Cyberpunk commercials. I'm Keanu Reeves and motorcycles. Dun 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 dun. That's what they all do.
I've never seen
Keanu Reeves. You ever seen a jacket with lights in it? Dun 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 dun. That Cyberpunk. It's what all the commercials.
I believe you. I totally believe you. I'm sure that's a real thing.
I'm Keanu Reeves. John Wick 5. Dun 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 dun. It's every single commercial for Cyberpunk is that.
Yes.
Cloud saves make Xbox Series X backwards compatibility a seamless transition through generations. So this is definitely an upper hand that Xbox has with whatever infrastructure they've made with their Xbox Series to the Xbox One X's and Pros, X Pros. Their saves work throughout the box, right? So an Xbox One save will work on the Xbox Series S or X, and they're playing off that. Yeah, it really is. I mean, I guess the backwards compatibility to those games works like that, right? So you can just Um, we don't really know what PlayStation's gonna do. We know specific games won't have it. So
Yeah, yeah. So that's the
Spider Man.
thing. They've been telling us which games won't have it and which games will. I'm just scared because I just want to see how it looks. Like I just want to see how easy, because Xbox showed us how this works. Like literally like turning one system on and turning the other one on in terms of cloud saves. But PlayStation, I want to see that how that works, because I know that they said it will work, but they've been also just telling us a bunch of stuff it doesn't work with.
Well, yeah. I mean, they. Well, you know, you gotta answer the question that's asked, right? But uh, they're doing a good job of just not showing anything.
We're a month out,
And
man.
like to me, I'm not that interested in seeing stuff like the UI because I will see it. I'm not that interested in seeing stuff like I would like to know more about which of my PlayStation 4 games will and won't work. But I
Right.
mean, they said 99%, so I mean, gotta go with that, I guess. Same with the saves. I want to know. I mean, when I play Tsushima on the 5, am I going to have to start over?
No,
Am I going
you
to be
should
able to
still
keep
be
the
able to
save?
use the save from what they said.
Well, we if yeah, but we don't know.
We
I mean,
don't
with the
know,
Xbox,
no,
we
but
know
they
no.
said. I mean, yeah, because they showed us. I mean, that's my thing, is that PlayStation needs to show shit like this. We'll talk about it later. We got a really shitty look at the PS5 from Famitsu. It was a bunch of non-information, but yeah, I mean, I think that's cool for Xbox. It's just that at what cost is this? Like, at what point is it really that they kind of downgraded everything to make sure it's all so in tune with each other? Like, I
Well,
don't know.
here's the thing. I don't think they downgraded. I think what they had to have just basically either built that Xbox in there and it just really works off the same architecture. PlayStation 5, we don't know if they've gone with the same PlayStation 4 thing. Of course, from the 3 to the 4 it was very completely different. Like it's
Right.
built completely. That's why you didn't have backwards compatibility there. Um, I don't know about the 5. Is it just a built off the 4 and then shit works super easy, or is it more work thrown into it?
Yeah, I wish he would tell
Can't
us.
tell.
Like,
They
Jesus
haven't told
Christ,
us. So
it's annoying.
we have a month left. I'm sure we'll start hearing stuff within the next week.
We need
Um,
to, because at this point it's ridiculous.
I mean, I don't think it's any more ridiculous than a month or two ago when we had nothing from anyone.
It's definitely more ridiculous
Because
because we're way closer to the
even
release date.
even still, like I haven't heard anything from either of them that says, "Oh yeah, I really want to buy that." Because what? I mean, Xbox is just talking about cloud saves and backwards compatibility, which is great.
Okay, but,
But
but when the PS4 came out, what made you want to hop on that and buy it? What did they show you back then that you were like, damn, I got to get one of them?
for the PlayStation 4, it was more of I can play my used games on it because on the
Really, nigga, that's what
Xbox
it
you
was. That's
couldn't.
what it was. Nah, I'm talking about like the kill it, like something that makes you actually like think, wow, I
That's
should get
why I
that
bought it
console.
first.
That's
That I
really
mean,
why. That's why you got a PS4 first.
I got it first because A,
Oh man, they finessed your
they
ass.
showed more than one game that was going to come out, and B, that I could buy a disc and put it in and it'll work.
But the Xbox is already was gonna do that. It did that on launch, so I don't know what you.
Yeah, it did that on launch, but they weren't impressive before then. So I just got an X. I would have gotten an Xbox, but there was nothing to play but Gears, and I wasn't going to pay $400 for Gears.
Ah, okay. That's not what I was talking about. But I thought you know what I meant when I was like, what was a. Because my point was that I didn't have a reason to buy a PS4 and Xbox, whatever. I just wanted the PlayStation more because I knew that there were games coming to it that I wanted, not that I thought I could play used games. Like that's,
Well, I said that too.
yeah. But
I said that. I said that it had more than one game that I'd like to get.
all right, fair
Those
enough.
words came out of my mouth.
Fair enough.
Um,
Yeah, but we'll see how the Xbox stacks up to the PlayStation in terms of. I mean, the PlayStation stacks up to the Xbox in terms of how this backwards compatibility stuff is going to work. Because from what we'll talk about in a minute, because it is there, it is the main topic. From what we've seen, the PS5 runs very similarly in terms of like backwards compatible games running a lot better and looking better. It's like comparable to the Xbox, so all that's good. But I just want to see it like in action, not like people write about it.
In Texas, we say comparable. Okay.
Comparable.
Comparable.
Comparable. I say things correctly, so sorry about that.
Now you're being a fascist.
Everybody's favorite new word. Sounds good.
Mm-hmm. So are you going to get an Xbox then? That's what it sounds like to me.
No, I'm getting a PlayStation because my PlayStation games will work on my PlayStation. They won't work on my Xbox. It's that simple.
I mean, get Game Pass and you'll have every Xbox game that ever exists.
Right, with all my saves from my PlayStation games, right? Yeah. I'll be able to continue Tsushima on Xbox, right?
No. But you could
I can play Bloodborne on my Xbox, right? It's not even 5, bro. It's 4. All right,
Peter
wait.
Parker face change. People don't like that thing.
Hey, I'll be right back.
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, no, I gotta go to the restroom. I'll be right back.
All right. Well, look, I'll give you the lowdown on
What?
Peter Parker.
Okay.
This is how it was. So, Peter Parker, Spider-Man, PlayStation 4. He had a face, fine face. I don't think it's anything special. Yeah, it's a face. You know, everyone's got one. He didn't look remarkably, didn't stand out, but nothing bad. PlayStation 5, Spider-Man. Somebody at the studio said, hey, let's make Spider-Man look a lot more like Tom Holland. Because, you know, cartoons, Avengers, movies. And that's what they did. They took old John, I don't know his name, face out and put in new guy's face. Most people are upset because he looks younger. He does look younger. But he doesn't look as tough either. But hey, I think it's fine. I don't give a shit. I don't care. I'm sure Biko cares a little bit. I don't care. I do think that this is for I think it's for the Avengers, actually. I think that's why they changed the face. Now that I think about it, Spider-Man's going to be in the Avengers in February, January. Maybe they couldn't get John's face in there. Maybe John didn't want to do another. Who knows? Who knows what it is, right? But they need a new face. They got a new face. This face looks like it works in the Avengers game. It also looks like the fucking Marvel movie guy. So you see why they did it. I don't know why people are so upset because you're in a mask 99% of the game. But hey, people feel the way they feel, man. People feel the way they feel. I'd prefer if they changed Mary Jane's face. Or anyone else's. Like, it's Silver Sable. Silver Sable looks like a young version of everyone's grandmother. Her cheeks are too puffy. Her face is just mean. Change her face. I want to see what everyone else's face looks like too. Doc Ock. Yeah, I hope they give him like 5 chins. They just go extreme with everyone. But definitely Peter looks younger. But I don't care, because I'm gonna be playing the new game, not so much the old game. So who knows how that'll go. Biko is supposed to wear a costume today. It's October, Halloween time. I called him. I told him like 2 weeks ago. I said, hey, we're gonna do costumes, right? If you don't answer this text message, then that means yes. And he answered the text message, but he said, yeah, okay. And yesterday, I told him, we're in a costume tomorrow, right? We'll alternate. You go 1 week, I'll go the next week. It'd be a visually fun thing. And he said, "Yeah, man, I can do that." That's what he said. His words came in. I can make that happen. And then, lo and behold, I turn on my camera, I plug in. I'm ready to see some nice, I don't know, a zombie, Michael Myers, uh, cowboy, Indian. I mean, Native American style, not the other one. Maybe a woman, some woman character. I don't know. He's got dreads. Maybe he'll play like, I don't know, what's that DC character? The Static Shock. I don't know. I could have come on with Whiteface. Who knows? But he came up with nothing, man, and I was disappointed. That's why the show has so much tension today. I gave it to him. I told him, "You dirty mother lover. You said you promised me you'd have a costume." And I reached my hand to hit my monitor. I almost wasted this beautiful monitor against my knuckles, not my ankles. I don't do kicks. Punching. Yeah, but next week I'll have a costume. If you're listening to this, you can of course suggest costumes, but I don't know. I think I'm just gonna, toss a coin, see what I am. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm thinking. Here's the thing. I'm not just gonna put on a costume and a mustache and call it a day. You gotta do the whole act through the show. So definitely gonna do something that I can act. Be a character. Maybe change my voice. Who knows? But I got to do something. You can't have a. He's coming back. Let's pretend like we.
Bro, are you still just talking?
And then on the second reason, all right, number 2. Oh, okay. Finally, you're back.
What are you talking about?
We were talking about Spider-Man in his face. So,
yeah,
what I'm telling the people is,
I don't like it.
Check out the face. Don't hate the player. Hate the game. But also, the game is okay because it's just one face. What do you think about this whole Peter Parker?
I don't know. As far as I know, I don't really care because I'm not playing the remastered version of Spider-Man because I platinum the original one already. I'm not getting it. I'm only Spider-Man I'm getting on PS5 is the Miles Morales version. So that's just the first thing. But also, I don't think it looks good. I mean, it looks better, like graphically. Yes, it looks better. But the face itself, he looks like fucking 5 or 6.
Too young?
Yes, he looks too fucking young. He looks too young. He does. He looks like he is Miles' age. Like he doesn't look like Miles is like mentor. He looks like his fucking peer now, and it's like
he doesn't look like a 25.
No, he doesn't to me. He looks like he's about like 18 or 19 or some shit. He looks like what Tom Holland plays in the movies. Tom Holland's like 25 or 26. That's how old Tom Holland is. He's like 23 or 24 or something.
Yeah, man.
How old is Tom Holland? He's 24, right? He don't fucking look 24. Yeah. Like that's what I'm saying.
He's a young looking man.
I thought the original face was fine. I thought it matched Spider-Man. It doesn't scream Spider-Man to me, but it matches how old Spider-Man's supposed to be, what he's supposed to be doing, what his character arc is, and everything. I feel like him looking this young is like, I don't know. I don't like it, especially how we know, especially what we know that Miles looks like now. I put their faces side by side. They look like they'd be the same age. He does not look like he's his mentor.
Maybe it's a bad angle. You never know. Because why didn't they give us
bad angle? There's a whole video.
The same angle. Why didn't someone find a different angle and show us?
There are multiple angles. Shavar, there's a whole video out. There's an entire video comparison out where they play both cutscenes side by side. You can see his whole face. He looks too young.
Check this out. I have a theory. All right.
Mm-hmm.
What month does this game come out?
November.
November. November. Who makes this game? Insomniac.
Mm-hmm.
Sony. Sony Insomniac. Sony owns PlayStation, video game, rights, Spider-Man. Good deal. Good relationship. Disney. Disney also has relationship with who other as developer?
I don't know.
CD. Not the Project Red version, the Crystal Dynamics version. All right, check this out. CD, Crystal Dynamics. They have theme, game in their look, aesthetic. Look at John's face. All right, look at John's face. John's face. Good face. Handsome, thick eyebrows, but maybe doesn't fit in with Crystal Dynamics.
No, because why
of a face?
But why would they change the aesthetic of a PlayStation exclusive game for the aesthetic of a non-PlayStation exclusive game made by a different company with a different art style? That makes no fucking sense.
Maybe because he will be exclusive to PlayStation.
Yes, he's going to be exclusive to PlayStation, but they're also going to change the entire art style of the Avengers game because it doesn't look like the Spider-Man game. Okay. It doesn't.
Absolutely, you did not listen to me. They changed Peter Parker's face to match the style of Avengers.
Shavar, the art style of the Spider-Man games. I know you're thinking in your head, it looks similar to the Avengers. No, put those games side by side. Aesthetically, they do not look the same. They don't.
I'm not talking about the game. I'm talking about one character's face.
So why would they? Okay, so sure. So you haven't proven to me why they would change his face.
They change his face so that when he's in the Avengers, they match.
Why wouldn't they just use a different fucking face?
Because John's face.
The games are made by two different people.
Listen, John's face doesn't match the Avengers look.
You keep saying that you keep saying that like it makes sense, but it doesn't make any sense. The games, regardless if they're going to change anybody's face or not, they would have to change his face again to match the art style of the Avengers game. So it doesn't matter. No, Shavar. No, because they don't look the same. They don't. The hair doesn't look the same. The way people's eyes look and move in that game doesn't look the same. The lighting doesn't look the same.
Biko,
the color palette doesn't look the same. They don't look the same.
But, okay, you're right.
What game has ever done that before? Even when they put fucking Spawn in Soul Calibur, he didn't look this different. Like he looked like he was in that game. He was their art style.
Because Spawn was. Oh god. All right.
I'm just saying I don't get it. Like, oh, they reformatted an entire guest character's look in his own game for DLC. That doesn't make any sense to me. I just feel like that just sounds even more foolish than their original reason that they gave.
Okay.
I'm just saying, if you think Sony would make somebody change the face of somebody in their game for a DLC for a multi-platform game just because the DLC is exclusive, email us superchevybros@gmail.com.
I don't think Sony made them do anything. I think they wanted that cohesion.
Well, I think they would have just said that. I don't see what, but that's the thing. This would make more sense if it made sense why they wouldn't just tell us that. If they wouldn't just be like, well,
because if they said that, people would lose their ball sacks
and
they'd rip them off in anger.
And
so you just say nothing.
Who would that matter to, though? It wouldn't matter to non-PlayStation fans. And the PlayStation fans, I mean, listen, they don't care. So who would that really...
What do you mean they care now when they don't have a reason?
I have a reason. I don't think the face looks good. He looks younger. It doesn't look good. I watched the cutscene in motion. I think my version on PS4 is automatically better.
All right, I heard you. Okay, so if it were true that they did it to accommodate another game, wouldn't that make you more upset?
No, it wouldn't, because Shavar, let's be real. That's never happened before. That's not a thing.
Oh my god. Okay, you can't even answer the question. Okay, fine, cool, man.
I said no.
I just asked you.
And then I said it's not a thing.
So you wouldn't be more upset?
No, I wouldn't be more upset. Honestly, no, I would. No, I wouldn't be, because, like I said already, I'm not playing the PS5 version.
But you just said you think it looks bad. You don't think it'd be okay. Okay, cool. I got it.
Nothing is different here. So it turns out that Sony is actually switching the confirm and cancel button for Japan, which is good because they were wrong about it in the first place. This report comes from, where was it from? I think it was from Game Informer. But yeah, it turns out that while the X has always been for Western players, they said that internationally it's going to be X now, will be confirmed. And then people were like, "Wow, for Japanese players, it's going to suck." But I don't. I mean, can't you like change that in the settings? Like, can't you like change the button mapping anyway? Like, isn't that a thing?
I mean, you can on the PlayStation 4, but who knows if? I mean, I'm guessing you'll be able to do so on the 5, but I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. Like, well, then it also said that like apparently the games for Japan will still use circle to confirm. So it's like, why did they even? What was even the point of forcing that on everybody? I don't know. It's just I mean, so they put like a, I think, what does this article say? Yeah, it said Twitter user Kenji Uguchi said that in Japan the circle symbol is associated with good. Okay, correct. So is that not the same thing in America? And we just kind of don't care. I mean, I always thought X was good for confirm. I didn't really put that much thought into it because circle's red. So
I think it's just the placement of the button. I don't think. Whenever they made it, they thought too much about it, about how Japanese feel this thing. Look, a triangle's a goddamn triangle,
yeah, like
and I get it. Like circle is yeah, and X is no, but like to me, if that were, I mean, if that were the case, that were the issue, and that's what they were going for, why? Well, and I guess they think blue is yes and Western, and red is no, and what I don't know. They
yeah, I
should
don't
they
know.
put themselves in the foot years ago doing that in the first place. It's stupid. It should just be one button means confirm.
Yeah,
It doesn't really
yeah,
matter which one it is. It just
exactly.
it. I mean, uh, on the other hand, also, why did they change it to this? I mean,
Yeah, I
I mean, everyone's used to it already. I don't think anybody really plans, especially now that you can just change it on your own. So
yeah, that's what I'm confused about. Because I mean, if you can change it on your own, and I mean, it was that easy to do it before. I don't see why they'd take it away. I'm confused, but I don't know. I also thought this image was interesting because it shows that the controllers are like, I don't know, man. That one looks a lot like a 360 controller on the right, which I'm not necessarily mad about, but I think I saw
well, when
something.
everyone says that the 360 has the best controller, and
I
I
mean, it
mean,
was.
what are you gonna think? Like, what are you gonna do?
I mean, I remember something you used to always say about the 360 controller is that the only thing you wish is that it was a little bigger, kind of like the chunky Xbox controller, but not like that because that was too big. But
Yeah, that one's too a little
yeah,
too big.
it was called the Duke, the gigantic one. Yeah. No, it looks cool though. It is funny though because it doesn't really look that much different than the DualShock 4, but it
Uh,
looks different enough. I mean, did you see the breakdown? The breakdown of the PS5 that came out today.
I mean, I saw it was out. I didn't really care to watch it.
Yeah, I skimmed through it because I mean, first of all, it was in
By the
Japanese. I
way, this
didn't.
is a different day.
Yeah.
Uh, rest in peace, Eddie Van Halen. He died. He died yesterday.
Yeah, dude, he died. I saw that after we finished up yesterday. Yeah, no, I saw, dude. That's fucking wild. A lot of people dying, man. Shit's fucked up. But yeah, no, I did see that. Did you?
Okay. Anyway, did you watch the teardown thing?
Yeah, no, it's cool. People are theorizing about. I mean, people just like memes. They're like, it's the mysterious nut, but actually, there's a nut that you can take off in the back of the PS5. People are like, oh, that's probably where you put like an extra
I get a
hard drive or
mysterious nut
something.
sometimes too. So
I mean, yeah, it's a
I
part of
understand.
nature. It's the bird and the bees and all that. But
What?
it's the birds and the
No, I'm
bees.
allergic to nuts, and sometimes I find them in my food,
Oh,
and I don't know how to get that. What are you talking about?
sorry, it's been a long quarantine, man. So
What are you talking about?
I don't know anymore. You know, they
Anyway,
said
so what?
mysterious nut, and
Did the
then the
PlayStation
hashtag went
have?
somewhere else. So,
Does the PlayStation have like electronics inside? Is that like a thing?
yeah, that's basically what they showed us. They showed us the motherboard. They showed us the cooling fan, which is fucking gigantic. It's bigger than the one in your It's bigger than one of the ones inside of your PC. I know you have multiple in your PC, but the one in the PS5 is gigantic. The PS5 is big. It's like fucking big. I have space for it, but it's big. Also, when you put it on its side, you have to switch the stand to the side one to put it on its side. So you might have seen this tweet today. I had to look it up, but that's why I ended up watching the breakdown, because Xbox made a joke. They were like, "This is how you put our console on its side," and then they just flipped it on the side, which like, oh, that's so cute. But I mean,
But you
yeah.
heard that the Xboxes get extremely hot, right?
Yes, I heard that too. They get really fucking hot. Somebody said you could heat up
They're
your small
quiet though.
apartment.
They're quiet, unlike my jet engine PlayStation 4 Pro. They're very
Jesus.
hot.
The PS5 is quiet, apparently, is what I've been hearing too. Didn't hear anything about the
Yeah,
fans.
but
Which is good though.
they
I
say the
mean,
Xbox is so hot. Like a guy took the memory card out of it, and when it was on standby, and he had to drop it because it's so hot.
Jesus. I wonder where
I don't know.
he had it.
Huh?
I wonder where he like had it placed. Like, was it like in a cabinet, or was it just like on top of like a like a
I don't
TV
know.
display or something? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of crazy. That's insane. I mean, that makes me scared for the S, because I mean, if the X is having that much of a problem, they're like, the S has all this packed in it. Are we looking at another red ring situation? Like, holy shit.
I mean, we won't know. I mean, they're also like I don't know. It's kind of weird because they're early models, but they're also review models. So why wouldn't somebody
right,
be reviewing the closest thing to what we're getting? So I don't know.
right,
It might
right.
mean nothing. If it gets hot and it's quiet and it works, then it doesn't really matter if it gets
Yeah,
hot.
yeah. That's what
So
I don't care if it gets hot, as long as it has something to cool it down. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's cool that we're getting more details about everything. I mean, I think you were right earlier when you said, we'll get all the details we need before the next week or two is over. Because
I've got all the details I need.
Oh
I
yeah,
got them
no, yeah,
already.
I already know what I'm getting. I was right. The faceplates
Hmm.
pop off, so they're just gonna sell black faceplates, and you have to put that on. So that's
I'm
like
fine. I just want a
yeah,
black controller, black faceplates. I'm good to go.
yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
a Saints Row purple every once in a while when I get frisky. But that's it.
Yeah, I want a red controller again. Oh, did you see people trying Dark Souls? I follow a lot of Dark Souls YouTubers. They all made a video about how the pre-order bonuses are gonna like make it easy for people to beat the game, and it's gonna make the game
What are the pre-order
cheese. And
bonuses?
I mean, it gives you like boss weapons and like access to different rings and stuff like that. So they're like, that breaks the game and all that stuff. And I'm like, well, technically, you know, like the master key fucking breaks the game, but that's like kind of the point. I don't know. I mean, also, I'm sure it's optional. I don't know. I feel like it's not. That's one of those things. It's a single player game. I mean, maybe if it affects PvP, that would suck, but it's a single player game for the most part. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know, but yeah, I'm not pre-ordering
So
different
hold on.
edition. I already pre-ordered it.
So you get like weapons and stuff.
Yeah, no. Let me look it up. Let me Google it real quick. Yeah. Let me see. Demon Souls pre-order bonuses. Yeah. Let me see. Digital deluxe edition and digital pre-order. I didn't get digital. I got the physical version, so that's probably why I can't get it.
Includes legendary hero soul,
Yeah.
renowned hero soul, storied warrior soul, red eye knight armor,
Yeah.
Boltane royalty armor, ritual blade, hoplite
Hoplite
shield,
shield.
ring of
Wrong.
longevity, preservation grains, phosphoric grains, bear bug grains, large hard stone shard, moonlight stone shard, and the original soundtrack.
Yeah. So what that sounds like to me is it's a bunch of it. Like, it's a head start on experience, which all with all the souls. Um, I'm sure those armors will do fine and everything, but like the rest of it's just like like consumables, and just a couple of good weapons. But that's like standard with most games. I mean, like Tsushima came with an armor that was way better than the samurai armor for like the first 3 or 4 hours of the game, and then after a while, I mean, it wasn't really that useful. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know. A lot of people were like, "Wow, this is like, making people start the game super fucking like." Yeah, the Reaper Scythe is the boss weapon. Yeah, that's the one that is. But yeah, no, I see the people getting mad about pre-order bonuses. I mean, I don't know. We'll see.
I'm more worried about the game being less difficult because it's not going to be as clunky.
As stiff? Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
Because that's what made, to me, Demon Soul really hard, is that you move differently, and like whatever Dark Souls is way more polished than Demon Soul. Like if you think Dark Souls is janky, Demon Souls is way beyond that.
Magic is broken in Demon Souls. It's like OP. There's so many weird things in that game.
But not any. I mean, I'm sure it's all balanced and you can move right and all that stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Biko's excited about Borat 2.
Oh fuck! I can't believe you've done this.
Yes. So Borat 2 comes out October 20th. I'm just happy because I didn't think they were coming out with it this year. I saw some stuff earlier this year where they saw him around filming things, but the trailer came out and apparently it's him staying at people's house during COVID-19 shit, and like,
who doesn't know Borat by now though?
Well, that's the thing, is like, that's even like part of the thing, is that I was reading up about it and he couldn't even film a lot of shit, and that's just part of the movie, is because everywhere he is, people are like, "It's Borat!" They're like, "Hey, look!" And they start like yelling all this shit at him and everything. Like, they couldn't even film some scenes because people like whip out their phones and they're like, "It's fucking Borat!" So yeah, it looks funny though. It looks really good. Just better, production quality, because it's like, what, 12, 13 years later or something like that. But no, I thought that it was cool they got this out for the end of the year. But
I mean, no one's gonna see it though, because it's in theaters, right?
No, it's not in theaters. It's coming on demand. It's gonna be on you can like see it on Amazon Prime or something like that. You can rent it at home.
Okay, so like 10 people will see it then.
Yeah, I'll watch it. I'll rent it. It won't be that bad. I mean, there's another cool movie.
I haven't rented a movie in so long.
Me neither. No,
there
I
are
haven't.
children alive. There are children that have been alive for shorter amounts of time than I've gone without renting.
No,
something.
that is true. I haven't rented anything in a long time. Let me see how to watch Borat 2. There's any people be like, "I want to watch it now."
The eyes.
Somebody, oh my god, one said how to watch Borat in English. Jesus Christ. Oh wait, no, it's gonna be on Amazon Prime. So if you have Amazon Prime, you can watch it.
There you go. So like,
yeah, that's awesome.
60 people.
So you have Amazon Prime.
Most people have Amazon Prime. I can attest to this. A lot of people who have Amazon Prime don't know that they have Amazon video service. They don't know they have the music service. Mm-hmm. They don't know they have a storage service. Mm-hmm. They don't know they have free video games from Twitch.
Yeah.
They don't know 99% of the stuff they have
they get
they're
for
paying
free.
For.
Yeah.
They just do it for the Amazon Prime. The shipping.
Yeah.
It's kind of ridiculous. Amazon Prime's got to be like the best deal, right? Like, you get free games, you get free music, you get free video, you get free. They have a storage thing. I think right now, if you sign up for Amazon Prime storage, you get an extra 100 gigs of cloud storage.
You get free books too, yeah.
You get free books.
There's a lot of free shit you get.
But no one knows they have that stuff. No one. I mean, people do watch.
A lot of people. Well, I think more people do now than used to. I remember, like, when I was in college, a lot of people did not know half the shit they could do with their Amazon Prime membership. But I feel like a lot of people know now. I think they badger people with emails enough. They're like, hey, listen, you can do this. So, maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah, but Borat, I'm gonna watch that shit.
Okay. Maybe. I don't know. I don't really care. I mean, I'll watch the movie, I'm sure. But,
I guess I'm good on that shit. I don't know about that, man.
Fortnite. Man, you put in a lot of things
It's
I
not.
don't
It's
know
just.
about.
It's not. It's not just
Fortnite. Jesus
Fortnite. It's
Christ.
Epic. It's Epic versus
Judge says Epic lied. What judge say? Judge say Epic lied? What that
yeah.
mean?
Judge said Epic lie. So they said during the proceeding, the judge called into question Epic's motives behind the move and his actions. Which, recapping, they basically put things up on the Apple Store and in other apps where you could purchase things through Epic instead of like through Apple's store within the store or whatever. So Apple kicked them off the store, and then immediately Epic sued them. So basically, the judge was like, "You did this shit on purpose. You're trying to paint yourselves as heroes, but like you kind of just did this shit just to fuck with like the thing that they already
That's
had
not
in
what
place."
I mean. Well, she
Yeah.
kind of says that, but what she says is like, so Epic's whole thing is that Apple's rules are not there for what Apple says they are. They're there so
Right.
that Apple can make all the money. And Apple says their rules on not selling things within things is that it's for security, because
Right.
if they allow that, there's no way for them to know what's being sold and what's being given to people. And the judge basically said, you lied, they lied by omission and not telling them, and
Mm-hmm.
that means doing that there was things being sold that Apple didn't know about, and they kind of proved Apple's point. Is what
Right.
she said. I don't think she really cares about them being
Facetious.
dicks.
Yeah, no, being jerks about it. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I don't know. They've been kind of seedy throughout this whole thing. It's just funny how Epic like tried to paint themselves as like, we're fighting this fight that Apple is waging against large companies. It has one of the most popular video games probably of all time. Like in its
They
running
just want to make
currently.
more money. It's just that's it. Epic just wants to make more money
Literally.
than the bajillions of dollars they're already making, which is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's not like they can't do that on Android that they're already doing. They just want more. That's it. They just want it's not even like,
Right.
oh, we have to do all this and give Apple so much of our cuts and profits or whatever it is. It's I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's silly. It's all, I don't know. This is all like a waste of time at this point. I don't know what their like end goal is. Do you think that they thought they were gonna win this? Like that this is like gonna actually do anything, or what did you think?
I think as far as they thought was, we'll get the public behind this and we'll take it to court. And the more people are talking about it and are behind us, the more
Mm-hmm.
we're in the news. And all because like this whole thing the judge is talking about is just reinstating Fortnite while the trial is happening. This trial
Right.
will last years
Right.
because it's so stupid. And they didn't really care because guess what? They'll want all they want is Fortnite back in the store. They want this in the news, and they don't care what happens in the end
Right.
because it's just publicity.
Yeah.
That's all.
Just throwing money at a
It's
court.
stupid.
That's just big boys fighting in court with their big money. No, that's hilarious. Yeah, that's the news, everybody. That's all the news this week. It's kind of, we'll add in a couple things. I mean, a couple of things happened today. Not really. I think we already talked about what happened today, but yeah.
So what happened today? MSI is in trouble.
Oh
So we talked
yeah,
about before the
I saw that.
graphics cards being out and people buying them and selling them for thousands and 100%, 200% more than they're worth.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it turns out one of the people or companies doing that, buying these cards and selling them, is actually one of the manufacturers of the cards who seem to be buying the cards or taking them from themselves and then posting them in places like Amazon where they're
Jeez.
selling for like a markup of 100 to 300%. And it was found out, and the company, it's an international company, right? So the arm that's doing that is not necessarily, of course it's part of the company, but it's not necessarily the center of the company. It's like the US arm in some state
Right.
is taking it upon themselves to get the supply of the 3080s and 39 and 90s and sell them for like $2,000.
Fucked up, man. I forget where
Yeah.
I read about that today, but yeah, I saw that they're scalping their own shit. That's fun.
I
That's a
mean,
really
that's
fun
pretty.
concept.
I do it.
I mean, it's smart, but in like a nefarious way, not in like a I would approve of that morally way, just in a that's a good idea kind of way. So I mean, shout out to them for fucking that up. Did you see? Well, I think you did already, but did you see the 2K21 graphics? And
Yeah. So
yeah.
mom just happened to walk in while I was watching it, and she looked at it, and she walked through the kitchen, and she turned and looked at it again, and she's like, is that a game?
Oh my
It looks pretty good.
gosh. Yeah, no, it looks good. I think it's good that, the crowd doesn't look like a bunch of PS1 characters anymore. That's nice.
The
'Cause,
crowd looks better. The
you know,
coaches look better. They have more people actually on the court
sweat.
and stuff. It's nice.
A lot of sweat is
I mean, it
visual.
looks good. It makes me want to buy it. I'm definitely gonna wait
Hmm.
until I hear that.
It's not gotcha basketball 21.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people I saw a lot of 2K fans wary because they're like, wow, this looks great, but I've been burned by the last 2 or 3 games is like exactly what I saw people say. So they were like, even
Well,
though
the thing
I'm
is, I think the it's fun. I don't really care about the whole card system and the what is it, the cycling stuff and having you buy things all over again. I don't care about that as long as
Mhm.
people who don't want to do that have other things to do. When
Right,
the
right.
exhibition mode or the season mode or the coach career mode is like the same thing as
Hmm.
10 years ago, or it's not there, that sucks. When you
Yeah,
can't
that blows.
when you can't do like your own draft and stuff, that's I don't like that stuff. I would play the card game if you could play it without spending tons of cash.
Yeah,
uh, I would buy the games,
yeah.
even if you had spent tons of cash. I'd buy the games, by and just play the regular modes. But
Yeah.
you know,
It's wild, man. Yeah, I mean,
that's not what they're doing.
Hi. Unfortunately,
what was that?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let me think. Anything else happen? I think that was it. I was trying to see if Nintendo had a direct today, but I didn't really care. I mean, it was Pikmin 3 and
No one cares.
Zelda, so I didn't really give a shit. Well, Zelda Hyrule Warriors, the sequel.
No one cares.
So yeah, I was good on that. But
No one cares.
yeah, that's the news, y'all. It's the news. More stuff to talk about, but that's the news. Real
No
juicy.
one cares.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, no one cares about. I don't care about Nintendo Direct. Not like
No,
it's just like they throw so many things out there that aren't. Then they're usually not, unless
they're
they're like
inconsistent.
they do one of two things. They make a theme thing that's all one thing. So if you're not into that, you're not gonna be into anything. If it's Pokemon and you're not in Pokemon, you're in for an hour of Pokemon.
Right,
Or
but then
they
you
do
can
this
just not
thing where they
watch it.
throw, yeah, and then or they do a thing where they throw like 80 different kinds of games that are really really different from each other, and you're watching hoping you see something you might like, but there's a
Yeah,
good chance you're going to see 1,000 things you don't. So you at the end of the day you might as well not watch it and just wait for something to pop up on Twitter
that's what
or
I do.
Instagram or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
who
don't
wants to
watch
watch?
it, and I just go like to one of my usual Twitter people, or I go to Game Informer. Game Informer is usually nice. They usually have very small articles about each thing that happened. If you want to click on whatever you want to see, but yeah, no, I don't like that Nintendo Directs are one. They're random as shit. They're incredibly random. Two, like you said, there will be some where it's like, here's a bunch of third party games you probably don't care about. And then there's ones like today where they were like, we announced this a day ago. Here's Pikmin 3, which they took off the fucking Wii U store, the original version, so you can't purchase it digitally anymore. They took it off after they announced the Switch version, which they did that as well with Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. You can't buy that on the digital store anymore. They put Pikmin back on, But as far as I know, you can't buy Tropical Freeze on Wii U unless it's a physical edition because Nintendo said fuck you.
I don't know how people let them get away with not letting you buy games. That's ridiculous. All right, well, that's the news.
Nintendo's bitches.
Now the and excuse me, I haven't had any drinks during this or the last part of the episode, so my energy is pretty low. I usually need a good 3 or 4 bottles thrown back.
Bottles?
So forgive me.
Like of whiskey or like you good?
Huh?
Bottles of what?
Anything. Man. Life is different out here in the streets when there are no streets to go into. It's
Oh, I've
I gotta
definitely
wake up.
developed like
I
functional
gotta go to work.
alcoholism.
I turn to my left. There's a woman telling me to get makeup and record stuff. I turn to my right. There's a lady telling me to take the garbage out, go outside. There are giant hornets and Corona. And
Are they murder hornets?
I don't have time to probably.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so it's October now, so we're gonna talk about scary games, and we're gonna, I guess, just talk about our favorite scary games that we want to recommend.
Yeah, I'm gonna change
And
mine.
Biko has
I'm gonna change mine.
what?
Well, I'm gonna change mine to a different one in the same series, only because.
Okay, what's your scary game?
Okay. Cool.
What's your?
Okay, my scary game this time is, well, no, it's not going to be the same series. I'm going to go ahead and say Dead Space 1. Dead Space 2 is better. It's a better game. I think it has better scares, but if you're going for overall like freaky and like you don't get too powerful and you got a lot of stuff to do and it's very like unnerving, I would say the first one. The second one is intense, but it's not like, scary. It's more so just like, oh shit, I'm going to die. But yeah, Dead Space 1 is excellent. If you can find it on, if you have a PC, you could probably just find it on Steam or something. Which, if you find that, let me know if you can play it with better graphics or something, because that's going to be something I want to replay on PC. And yeah, so there's that. And then there's also, which I remember when me and Shavar originally played that game, we used so many cheats because we just wanted to beat the game. Because I was scared. You can like put in cheat codes for upgrade points, and it doesn't affect your game for some reason. But yeah, great game. It gives you enough stuff to where you don't feel useless, but there's still enough insta-death stuff. There's still enough like puzzles that matter. There's enough room to breathe. It never feels like you're gonna die around every corner. But like once you start moving towards a new area, to be like wary of things because shit can just jump out and murder you at any second.
That's a good choice. I mean, Dead Space is a scary game. It's very, I mean, it's got the atmosphere. You think sci-fi horror, that's not scary or cool. But then you play it, and then those first minutes where you got to run through the hall, man, that's some scary stuff, man. And then to know you can die in a few hits from everything, and you don't just shoot stuff. And you feel the weight of your boots and sneaking around and the what do they call them? Zapdoids?
The necromorphs.
Necromorphs, man, those things.
Yeah,
those will get you. Dead Space, good. That's a good one.
Yeah,
I like that one. Apparently, it's not good enough to get remade or remastered or put out again. But
see, because
I don't. Well, it's because it's EA. They don't care.
Yeah, it's EA, and they know they can't juice it up for any more money right now. I know though they might bring it back as like a reboot thing this generation is what I hope, because it's been a whole it didn't get any releases on PS4 or Xbox One, which I thought was evil. Yeah, it's been 5 years. I don't know, 10 years. And I don't know. I think it deserves to be remade or at least remastered at the very least. Like I want to replay these games, especially 2. Shavar can attest to this. I beat that game in like 3 days. I didn't stop playing it. I got to disc 2 the first time I put the game in. I didn't stop playing. But yeah, no, I think Dead Space deserves another chance. I think that somebody should pick it up. I think that something happened recently to the company that made them. I don't know if it was either they got dissolved or sold, and I hope it was the second one. But we'll see.
No, it's EA. EA bought them, and then
Oh, okay. Little shit.
yeah, that's what happened. EA bought them. They made Dead Space 3, and then there's no more Dead Space.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what it
Poor
amounts
Dead
to.
Space. Poor Dead Space.
My game is of course. I mean, how can you talk about horror in the year 2020, horror in video games, and not say PT?
I knew you were gonna say
boy,
PT.
Is PT not the perfect?
Ah, man.
I mean, it's so short and quick, but it does everything it tries to do, and it does it right. And there's a mystery behind it. There's the meta mystery of people trying to figure out how stuff works. Oh, by the way, when you recorded last time, everything you recorded was double, man. What's up with that?
I don't know. It happens whenever you play your sounds. It's really weird.
Yeah, you gotta figure that out.
I don't know. It's whenever you play your sounds. I don't know what that's about.
That's you, man. That's on your end.
All right. Yeah.
Mine's got one sound. Anyway, PT, man, that's a good game there, because every time I turn it on, I still have it, and I'm worried about this PlayStation 5 thing, because if I can't move PT over, I don't know what I'm gonna do. But yeah, every time you turn it on, you start with the log and it says PT, and it just gives you that feeling. It's just tense. I know what's gonna happen. I probably beat PT 7 or 8, like,
man,
different occasions. I've beat it probably more than that, but I've played it in like those different set, and it's always tense. You turn it on, it's tense. And when people are around, you notice everybody wants to hand the controller to somebody else, because nobody wants to sit.
Fuck that. The first time I played PT, I could not handle it, dude. I couldn't do that, man. Especially because it's at nighttime. Fuck that.
I remember I got home, turned that on. Oh, that was scary. That's some scary stuff, man. And it still is. It's great. I think it's just really well built. It made people excited for a game that isn't going to come out. And
do you think that they should try to make something similar to it? I know that we got Death Stranding after that, which is nothing like PT. But
no, I mean, I think PT should be a thing you could still get. That's the thing, is you can't get it anymore. It's gone. We'll have a million horror games from then to the end of time, but I don't know. I would like to see the game finished, but I'm also kind of happy it is in its perfect sweet spot of what it is. It can't be ruined by a game that comes out and maybe isn't great, or a second part 2 or something that doesn't live up to it. It just is what it is, and it's scary, and it's fun, and it's good. It's really good. It's really good.
No, yeah, I think it's. It's hard
to recommend it because you can't get it now.
Nope. Can't play it. You can't play it unless you already have it.
You can't play it regularly. I'm sure someone has got a way for you to play it on PC.
You can probably play it on PC somehow. I mean, it's inspired so many games too of recent years in terms of horror games, and it's only a demo, so.
Yeah. So 2 games. The first week of horror games, 2 games that nobody can play and won't have a life afterwards. So,
hey, no, that's not true. That's not true. If you're on PC, you can definitely play it. It's on Steam, and if you can,
what's on Steam?
Space, not PT. And as far as if you're on console, if you have a Xbox One, it's backwards compatible. So go get the 360 version, or wait until you get your Series X and then go get the 360 version, and then. If you have a PS3, which if you're one of those weirdos who trade your console in after you get the new one, I know Shavar doesn't. I have Shavar's console, so he has an excuse. But yeah, you should have a PS3, and you can plug your PS4 controller up to it, and you can play Dead Space.
Yeah, you could. PT is no.
Yeah, no. PT, you're kind of SOL.
All right, and so we have a first. It's kind of old now, I guess, because we talked about them opening it. But some what was it? Famitsu. Who did this?
It was
There's a
Famitsu
hands-on.
and
There's
TechCrunch
a
or
hands-on
somebody.
PlayStation 5
The Verge.
thing in Japan. Lots of people got to touch and play and rub
Oh, it
and
was
look at.
for a gamer. Yeah.
Yeah, same room as the PlayStation 5. And so we know it's big. We know it's quiet. We know it's cool. It doesn't run hot.
Yeah.
They didn't show us the UI. We know that the sides come off. I mean, I just want to know, is this enough for people to stop saying we need to know more?
No, because you know what I heard everybody saying? What
Because
about the
even today, we got all
UI? Can we see the
what's it,
UI?
what the UI? Yeah, that's what I saw. What does the UI look like? And
Yeah.
it's like, okay,
I agree
I
with
don't care.
you.
I mean,
You said you'll see it when
if
you
they
see
show it,
you know?
I don't know. I just think it's. I just care about the games. Maybe that's why. That's all I care about is the games. If the games are coming, if they look good, I don't really care about what it looks like. I could definitely just put it behind the computer. Nobody will see it ever again if I don't like that. I don't care. I do care about the controller and how it feels
Right.
and what that looks like, I guess. But I don't know. No UI still, but we do know what the UI looks like because there's a video of the UI.
Yeah.
Like,
There's a wait. There's a video of the UI.
all over the place. Yeah, it's like I think 3 people got somebody took a video of the UI. At least the opening. You know, when you turn the PlayStation on and it has like a special opening thing.
Well, I thought that they put that out. I thought that that's what that was. I thought that that's the one they put out.
No, they didn't put anything out.
Yeah, I thought they did the little teaser that they did with their presentation like 2 months ago, where it's like the startup thing. That's all I've seen.
No, it's all leaked. It's not.
What does it look like then? Give us some insider info.
I'll show you.
Well, yeah, just pull it up. Yeah, no, I mean, I don't really care to see the UI, like, as far as, like, that's something I need to see. I more so had my questions answered about how loud it is, how big it is, and
I mean, it's not.
How quiet it is. So that's all I needed to hear. Oh no, it's not pulling up.
I mean, no, I've got it.
Okay.
Here it is. I mean, it's not that exciting. Like now that you've seen it, well, you're watching it. If you're watching the
Look, it's a black controller.
Video, and it's a black controller, right? And so it's a PlayStation logo. Comes up. This is Russian, so these are Russian people.
Yeah.
The Russian review thing. It's got the explosion of sparks.
Yeah,
and that's it.
We've seen
And
that
then you
already.
choose a thing.
We saw that. Like they showed that at their presentation. The only thing we didn't see was the profile picture thing. I'd never seen that part.
Well, that's new. The explosion thing.
No, it's not. Shavar, I'm telling you, no. Go back and watch the first presentation they did before they showed the console. Not the one where they showed the console. The one before that one. That
All
was
right.
not...
How about you go watch it and then you send it to me?
No, I'm not. Okay, Shavar, I'll send it to you. Jesus Christ, I'm telling you, like, this
because
is a
look,
real
if
thing.
I go and watch it and then I don't find it,
Shavar,
I'm really
Google it.
upset
While,
that
Shavar,
it's
you have
done.
your browser up. I'm not wasting my time. Google it while you're there right now. PS5 startup sequence, like from Sony.
I did. This is what I got.
No, Shavar. Don't make me feel like I'm crazy. They showed us this in July, like a long time ago. Like that's an old thing. The only thing that we haven't seen of that was the little icons. We saw everything else before that. Go Google it and then show. Oh, you fucking dick.
If I find it, I'll show it.
Oh my god! If you find it, you'll show it. Why don't you just keep Googling on screen? It's a visual podcast.
I'll show it if I find it.
Oh my
god!
Okay, I'll send it to you then. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god! It's not that big of a deal. I'll take your word for it. How about that?
Because you're making me feel like I'm nuts.
Pass me
You're like
outside.
that's new. You're like that was new. No, it's not. Look, June 11th, May 30th. Like, Dog.
Okay, all right, bro. So what do you want?
I'm gonna send it to you, and you're gonna put it on the screen.
What do you want?
I'm gonna send it to you. And
What do
you're
you
gonna put it on
want?
the screen.
What do you want me to do?
I'm gonna send
All
it
right.
to you. And
Okay. Here you go. Here you go. I'll put it on the screen if that's what makes you happy. Listen, people. In this year, you have to learn how to make people happy. All right. People get.
And in this age, you're fucking making me feel like an asshole. I tell you something happened, you're like, no, it didn't. That's the first time we've seen it. No, it's not.
No, I didn't only say no, it didn't. I said you go find it and show it to me.
Oh my fucking
And
God.
then you kind of threw it, like, okay, all right, man.
Oh my gosh.
It's there. You were right. You were right, man. You were right.
Now I just feel crazy. Thanks, appreciate it.
Why do you feel crazy? I showed it to you.
No, because now you're like, there you go, congratulations, and it's like, okay, thanks, I guess.
All right, man. All right, man. All right, man. All right, man.
Oh, thanks for pulling that up, Lee.
I'm sorry. I'll go hang myself in the garage for being wrong about the
Yeah, that's what I said.
the
Right?
June thing.
You're an asshole, dude.
No, I'm just saying. Okay, what you were right. We found
Nobody
the video.
said, like, why you
Good
gotta
job.
turn into a hyperbole about everything. Now you just gotta make me feel like a dick on my own platform. End the episode, dude. You're having too much fun with this.
I'm sorry.
Stop it.
I'm not having that much fun.
You get
You can tell by
my
my
Discord
voice.
links or what?
Huh?
You get my Discord link from June of this year?
I wasn't even. Is it? Hold on. Let me go to Discord.
Click the
I wasn't
news.
even looking. You send that to my my messages?
No,
How do I
it's
get
in the
messages
general
in
chat.
Discord?
You don't even have notifications on for your own Discord, for your own podcast? What the fuck?
See, you made me leave.
What did
You
you
made me
do? You didn't have to leave to do
look
that.
at. Okay. So that's well. Who cares?
You didn't have to leave. I went to the chat earlier to send it to you, and I never left.
Don't think that happened because I clicked the chart. No,
Sure, I'm gonna type in the chat right now. I'm gonna go boo boo nana while we're still talking.
All right. How about we just continue?
We need to continue. That was the last topic.
Yeah, we have to end this. You don't just like the show doesn't
Well,
just
guys,
end when you just.
We all learned something today. The PlayStation looks cool. The Xbox is really hot, and it's important to not.
We also
make people
learned
feel
that-
terrible.
We also learned that someone reneged on their costume.
Reneged on the costume. So right. Another listener question. If you get invited to a costume party 24 hours before the party, and somebody's like, "Nah, you gotta wear a costume," are you gonna wear a costume?
No, okay, let's say it like this. If somebody says, "Hey, I'm having a Halloween party tomorrow," and you're like, "Cool, I'll be there, costumed up, for real," and then you show up without a costume, that's crazy.
How you not wearing the costume? You think I look like this all the time?
What's your costume? What are
I'm
you?
Jin from Tsushima. There you go.
No, that's racist. You can't do that.
What do you mean that's racist? How is that racist?
You can't do yellow face.
My face, I'm not in yellow face, you fucking idiot. My face is black like it's always been there. There's
But
no
you're
yellow.
playing a Japanese character. You can't do that.
No, Shavar. No, I'm not
That's
in yellow
racist.
face. No, you're fundamentally misunderstanding something like an old person on purpose, and it's not funny. No, because then you're saying black people can't cosplay anybody ever because, most characters aren't, black in anime. So they're all racist, right? They're all in yellow face.
Well, anime people aren't real people.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Shavar.
Japanese
This is the
people
end
are
of the
real
episode.
people.
Everybody, if you come to this podcast and you listen to us for good things, sorry that you got a lot of that today. I'm really happy that you didn't. I know that sentence sounded confusing because I'm having a stroke. But anyway, thanks for coming to the Super Chevy Bros podcast. We love it when you guys show up. This is episode 61. Go check us out on Twitter at Super Chevy Bro. Go check us out on what's it called? Facebook, Super Chevy Bros. Everywhere we're Super Chevy Bros, except for Twitter. Somebody's squatting on that name that doesn't need it. You'll also check us out on YouTube. We uploaded a couple new videos this week. I'm playing more Resident Evil tonight, so see that on the channel. I'm also uploading those in little bits. So if you want to watch that, go ahead. Me and Haley are also fucking killing Shovel Knight. We're like knocking our way through that game. It's really fun. So yeah, go check those out. And
Do you guys just play every game in existence?
I mean, we just play whatever's fun at the time. I mean, and we go back to what we want to play. We're going to go back to Mario 64. We're going to go back to all those games. But, I mean, my Twitch is just my Twitch. I play whatever I want to play. Like, you know, so come join. It's fun. I mean, and if everybody likes a certain game I play, then I'll keep playing that game. Or if I get addicted to a game and I want to play it on stream, I'll play it on stream. But, yeah, and I'm also just kind of testing out what I like. So, it's whatever. But anyway, thanks, guys. Thanks for coming. You got anything to plug, Shavar? I know you're streaming soon. I know you're doing your Fallout thing.
Next week, all right?
Yeah, sounds good. Oh,
Is the stream.
you did something. I saw Kalonica did something on Instagram that you probably had a lot.
Yeah, Monica is she's a businesswoman now.
She's
so
an influencer.
go on Instagram to Kalanica's profile, and if you like makeup, man, does she have the things for you? She's got
Kula
videos. You don't know how to spell her name?
Kulanika.
Is it that difficult? You American?
Yeah, I know I'm racist. At first I'm doing yellow face. Now I'm... Ooh, man, it's not a good day for me. Oh, man. Ooh. Yikes.
You're so racist.
I'm not racist. But no, shout out to Kalonica. Go find her on Instagram. She's probably the only... she's probably the most famous Kalonica on Instagram, I would say. Right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the other ones died of COVID, actually. They all kind of disappeared.
Hey, you see Trump looking real strong, huffing and puffing through his first
Man,
speech.
leave that man. Leave that old man.
No, I think I saw I think Cardi B or somebody tweeted out. They say he looked like me trying to hold in a blunt after I hit it when I was 15. He said he looked like me trying not to cough.
Leave that old man dictator alone.
Nah, he
Right,
still
goodbye.
got the shit. He went back to the office and said, "Y'all gonna get this shit again." He said, "We doing it again for the 2020 and 21, baby." See y'all later.
Goodbye.